Livedalot and the Quest for the Golden Happy Face, a story about Ecclesiastes. Once upon a time, there was a boy who dreamed of becoming a knight. So when he grew up, that is exactly what he did. Every knight needs a quest. So on a quest he went to find the golden happy face. Round and round the world he went. Where could that golden happy face be? He went to lots of parties and had lots of fun. And when he did this, he did find something. He became filled with very happy bubbles. The bubbles were real. The bubbles were there. The bubbles were happy. But the bubbles popped. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't hold a bubble close to him. But never mind. He had plenty more time to find the golden happy face. It was just a case of knowing where. But not to worry. There were plenty more places to look for the golden happy face. He was sure he would find it somewhere. He made lots of money and had anything he wanted. He built a castle of his very own. But still just happy bubbles, no golden happy face. He won the heart of a beautiful woman who became his wife. And this filled him with many happy bubbles indeed. He killed a dragon. But he started to realize that every dragon he slew was replaced by a new dragon. He had become old, and so had his wife. He realized that the world was full of sad things, so many people suffering with no one to comfort them. And he stopped believing in the happy face. Cinderella was a fairy tale. Snow White was a fairy tale. Rapunzel was a fairy tale. And the golden happy face was a fairy tale. Happy bubbles were all there were. Just bubbles that came and then they popped. And some people didn't even have those. There was no such thing as the golden happy face. He called himself Sir Livedalot, for he had seen it all. He said there is nothing new under the sun. Everything is meaningless, like chasing after the wind. But the story isn't over yet, for one day Sir Livedalot got an invite to come to tea with the king. Sir Livedalot told the king all about his life, all about his quest for the golden happy face, and how he realized there was no such thing. There was only happy bubbles. And the king listened patiently. The king said to Sir Livedalot that he had a special gift for him, and he went to fetch his special book. He said, "If you love this, and you read this, and you love me, you will find something very special inside of it." Sir Livedalot opened the book and found the golden happy face inside. The happy face, the happy face, the golden happy face. It's real, I knew it. This means I will never have a sad day again in my life. "Ah," said the king, "not really, because you see, life is full of ups and downs. There's a time for everything under the sun. And let me show you what I mean with my special clock. There's a time to be born and a time to die. There's a time to plant and a time to harvest. There's a time to tear down and a time to rebuild. There's a time to cry and a time to laugh. There's a time to grieve and a time to dance. There's a time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones. There's a time to embrace and a time to turn away. There's a time to search and a time to lose. There's a time to keep and a time to throw away. There's a time to tear and a time to mend. There's a time to be quiet, and there's a time to speak up. There's a time for war and a time for peace. And I make everything beautiful in its time. In the world, everything is meaningless, like chasing after the wind. In my kingdom, everything is meaningful. The end.